Confidants, more like coffee dance. Am I right? Who's been drinking their coffee nonstop this last, I was going to say week, but I don't even know how many weeks I've been inside now. That sound brought to you by oat milk and reusable K-cups and Folgers ground coffee. That's not a sponsor. I don't know why I just plugged that like that. I will say, though, in regard to oat milk, we have only really left the house. We've only left the house to go to the grocery store. And every time we go, which is, been one or two times, we buy, no joke, 6 cartons of oat milk, not because we're hoarding, but because that's genuinely how much we go through in this household. I mean, there's 3 of us here. My boyfriend, La DJ, caps up Jajad Lucas, and my roommate, Brian, and myself. We all drink coffee that requires oat milk. And we've been on the cereal tip game lately, baby. Raisin Bran makes you fart because it's got lots of fiber, but boy, is an easy breakfast right now. And so you go through 3 people eating cereal and multiple coffees all day. Bitch, we are doing oat milk like crazy. Wow, what a tangent to start with. But in a weird way, I feel like that's okay because this episode, my confidants, is going to be just about as, it's going to feel just like a day in the pandemic. It's going to be chaotic, a little all over the place. We're not really sure who or what's going on, but you'll laugh and you're not sure if it's because you're crying or not. Okay, this is what I am calling the variety show episode. I'm not going to lie. It's Sunday. The podcast comes out on Monday, and I've been saying all season, like, this is not like me. I usually always have episodes pre-recorded or I have, guests lined up. And with this pandemic that's been going on, and I know we try not to talk about it here because, like, we just want, like, a release for our emotions. We don't want to hear about the pandemic, but there's no way to not address it. It just feels like impossible to function at a regular schedule right now. I mean, the first week of the pandemic, I was like, oh, this is great. Not this is great, obviously, because of what's happening in the world, but this is great for me because I work from home, so I'm going to get so much done. And I did the thing everyone else did where I had a schedule and I was like, here's my to-do list. And that lasted a week. And then pretty much everything went out the window. The news was just overwhelming. And everyone's emotions, like, it just didn't feel right to be happy and laughing. And so then I fell into a bit of a depression. And I was like, I had to get out of it a bit because I was like, it took me like another week or so to get out of it because I rely so much on, oh, did you just hear? That was my anxiety. Acid reflux. Whew. I rely so much on entertainment to affect my mood. Like when I'm having a bad day, I'll go on TikTok or YouTube or I'll watch or like read a funny book or whatever. And I feel like that with the bad news has been so intertwined lately that I'm not finding like an outlet. And I was like, you know what, girl, you need to be your own source of inspiration, of comedy. You gotta be that, that level of entertaining this week for yourself because you're not going to get it from other people. And you're relying too much on like some magical laugh fairy to come by and boop you on the forehead and sprinkle glitter on your face and be happy again. And this is not working out like that this quarantine. It just feels a bit overwhelming. So I feel like now that we're entering like week 3.5, I'm in like an okay place where, sometimes I'm incredibly productive and on schedule. And then like I have done completely nothing half the rest of the week. Like I am someone who lives and dies by my Google Calendar and that it has just been blank. I haven't even been putting shit in there. I will normally even like schedule downtime on my weekdays and I haven't been doing that. I've just been like let go, girl. You know, outside of all the worry of what is happening with other people and, you know, being empathic, that takes up and drains so much emotions that I've just been really focusing on surviving and like living another day. And y'all, confidants, I live a very comfortable life. I don't have kids. I've got cats that kind of do their own thing. Like I can only imagine how some of you guys are going through this. And so I just wanted to provide a little variety show episode this week that hopefully is a little bit like relatable, a little lighthearted, a little silly, a little fun. I have a fun little test video conference surprise later that we're going to try. You're going to have to bear with me on the technology for this episode because I will be trying to use Instagram video chat for the first time ever, which I didn't know was a thing. And so we're going to try and surprise some confidantes by phoning them in. But before we get to that, let's do some housekeeping items as per usual. I every week have been talking about this tour, honey. I've been talking about the London show. I've been teasing you guys with the little 4-city US tour. Obviously, I'm very sad to say this, but it's absolutely necessary that we're putting all of those dates on hold. It just doesn't feel realistic that we might even be able to go to Europe. I mean, like I say, we might not even be, like, we're not going to go. We can't. Like, it's just by the time that trip happens in end of May, early June, that it's just not safe. And I feel like the last thing I would want to do is put any confidants in jeopardy of being in a public space with a bunch of people. You know, DJ Le Cap Slap is supposed to be playing a wedding. I don't think that's even happening. I think they're pushing the wedding. And it sucks because I felt like we had this awesome momentum. You know, the episodes have been growing, which is amazing. You guys, confidants, are connecting all over the place. And like, I just wanted it to be fun. And it just doesn't feel right. So we're putting a little Pinsky in those shows. And it feels like a weird time to be like pushing merch, right? Like it feels weird. So I'm not pushing merch so much as to say, if you've seen the new merch store that we just had pop up on Teespring, that's got some Confidently Insecure merch. We've got some other really fun like pins and coffee mugs and stuff. The housekeeping item I wanted to say about that is that I pulled the stickers from the site, the Confidant stickers, because I ordered one and it came purple instead of pink. And I was like, oh God, if that's what other people are getting too, we have to like put a pauses on them. And also I wanted to say, if you were shopping on that site, that the sizes do run small, because I did choose a more feminine fit for the merch because our audience is like 90% women. So it is not unisex sizes. So like for me, I would wear medium and unisex, but medium in the Teespring sizes for the women's merch is a bit of a tighter fit. So just throwing that out there. Again, not pushing the merch. It feels weird to be like plugging that right now, but I just wanted to put that out there in case anyone is shopping on the site, because we do have the links out for that on various social medias. Thanks, Brooke, for always being my homie. Love you. Yes. Okay. So that is our housekeeping items. And speaking of housekeeping, let's talk about how we've been keeping our actual house kept. Anyone that knows me personally knows that I live with OCD in a minor fashion compared to like what the media pushes out OCD to be like. And mine definitely comes in the form of organizations. Physical organization. I do have like very ruminating OCD thoughts as well, but like the way that it gets comforted, the way like I self-soothe is not only, also sorry, I'm sniffing so much. I'm not sick. It's allergies, I think. I don't know. Guys, it could be anything. The way that my OCD comes out is in physical tasks. So I really like to keep my spaces not necessarily clean, but like orderly. So even if my desk, which is I'm looking at right now, even though it's not necessarily what you would consider clean, all the books are stacked from like thickest to thinnest, from the thick bitch, thick girl to the thinnest. All my envelopes that I have not paid, like various bills, medical bills and whatnot, they're just opened and laying out, but I keep them stacked in a certain way that looks aesthetically pleasing. Like, you get where I'm going here. I've been trying to be gentle with myself on like letting dishes stack up and not beating myself up about it, because you have to remember that, and this is actually a chapter in my book that I will also talk about in a minute, but you have to separate any of the negative feelings you're feeling now outside of any of your mental health disorder. So if you're someone that lives with depression or anxiety or panic or OCD, you have to know, you have to treat right now this this pandemic crisis outside of your mental health. Like, you can't allow yourself to stack those weights on top of each other, because it's unfair to yourself. Like, we are in a fucking global crisis, and you have the same way, like if you were to be going through a breakup, you can't allow those two things. You can't allow your mental health disorders, or, you know, whatever you want to call them, mental health challenges, yada, yada, yada. You have to treat that separately. Like, you have to give yourself the space to be like, I am a depressed person who has depression, and something depressing is happening to me. So I need to be able to separate those things out and not make myself feel bad that I need the space to deal with the depressing thing that is happening to someone dealing with depression. So all that to say, that's what I'm trying to remind myself about, like the cleaning space, is that I have to allow the mess to build up a little bit, because we're in a crisis, not because it's me in my heart and soul and in the chemicals in my brain becoming depressed. So I'm trying to give space to myself, allow the dishes to clutter up a little bit, not be afraid to ask for help. I'm usually the one that likes to clean the house because it pleases my OCD, but I'm not trying to take on the entire weight of that right now. I'm trying to give a couple tasks to Jared and not be afraid to say like, hey, I need you to do this. Not like, hi, can you, if you have time. I'm like, do this. I love you. I'll give you a blowjob later. Do this. I shouldn't even be offering the blowjob thing, but I digress. So again, like going back to not having to feel like you have to be productive right now in this time, but also doing what feels good to you. So for example, like our kitchen sink might get stacked up, but I decided I was going to renovate my bathroom, give it a total DIY makeover. Some of you guys might have seen the before and afters on Instagram. I think I did an incredible fucking job for someone who does not know design or any of that shit or aesthetic. I am lucky enough to live with an interior designer by trade. Brian is a professional. So I can go like this or that, or is this dumb? So maybe I do have that like second voice, that Chimney Cricket in my head that's like, don't do bright orange, do soft coral. You know what I mean? But I think I did a pretty good job. And again, that gave me like tasks that was really pleasing for my anxiety. It didn't cause more anxiety. Whereas I feel like a lot of people right now are feeling like this is the perfect time. We should like fucking retile the thing. We should paint this. We should build that fucking camper van that's out back that we've let sit and mold and rot. Like, just be gentle on yourselves. I am lucky in that I mentioned I live with an interior decorator, and so we do have a lot of extra shit laying around. Like we always have extra paint, like curtains, bits and bobs and screws and drills and stuff. So, you know, I didn't really have to like doomsday prep at Home Depot to renovate. We just kind of like had a bunch of stuff. And if I did order anything on Amazon, which I'm really trying to limit right now, but also a girl has to live, I'm trying to do the Prime Day option where you can get all of your things packaged on one day, instead of like if you buy something a day apart from each other, you don't get two separate packages. So that's my little like tipsy about being environmentally friendly in this time of crises. I have been having a really hard time sleeping. I try not to drink coffee past 2 p.m. it is 3:15 now in LA time, so I'm already breaking my own damn rule. But I've been waking up in the middle of the fucking night with just like pure panic and adrenaline. Not so much panic, bad panic, just like I should be doing something right now. So that actually happened to me last night, and I woke up and I recorded this voice memo to myself. It's 5:23 a.m. I got up at about 4, and I've been sitting on the couch writing notes to my writing partner. Because we're selling a show. Yay. Because I've been neglecting them for 4 days. It's so weird how the more time I have, the less I'm doing. Let me break that down. For instance, when I have like a set schedule in my calendar, I never forget shit and I get stuff done. Like, I've been ignoring writing these notes for my writing partner for 4 days, but I never would have ignored them for this long if I had a full schedule. Like, I would get it done. I would add it in. But like, I just keep fucking making home decor changes to my apartment and looking up videos, YouTube videos of camper vans being renovated into tiny homes. The weird thing is I'm like wildly awake right now. I mean, I guess at this point I've been up for an hour and 20 minutes, and I've been looking at a computer screen, so, but everything else is completely dark. The other creepy thing is like, even on a Sunday at about this hour, I could still hear like cars out, and I haven't heard a single car drive by in the last, oh wait, is that one? Oh my God. Deadass, that was 2 cars. Did you guys hear that? That was crazy. The timing. Maybe a light just turned or something. I'm losing my mind, aren't I? I just got excited about 2 cars driving by. I should lay down for a little bit. Also, my stomach is going crazy. It's making all this crazy noise. Guys, I don't know how I have a successful podcast or why anyone listens to me talk, if that's what I sound like to you guys. But yeah, I just wanted to put that note in there of like, I think it's a very strange thing that now that so many of us have, quote unquote, so much more time, it doesn't feel like that, because so much emotion takes up time, and it really does. Like, scientifically, that's like, you know, trauma makes you fucking tired. Yeah. Okay. I would also like to do our little segment. Hold on, let me take a sip of coffee. A little confidently insecure segment, things I'm feeling confidently insecure about this week. And imagine that it ties into being kind to yourself during this crisis. Oh shit, I just spilled coffee on myself. Could that have come at a better fucking time that I spilled coffee on myself as I'm saying, be kind to yourself? And I'm like, you dumb bitch, you just spilled it out of your fucking new laptop. Oops. Not the oat milk. We're in such a low supply of oat milk. The thing I'm feeling confidently insecure about this week and most weeks is about deadlines. So I just switched management teams. And for those of you not familiar with the entertainment business, your manager is someone who's supposed to manage your career as a whole, whereas your agents are the people that close deals. So your manager will give you more like personal guidance on like, hey, these brands might be better for your audience, whereas like your agent's like, here's the deals we've gotten and how much it is, and we deal with the contracts and work with your lawyer and stuff. Whereas you probably talk to your manager. That might be like the most integral relationship that you have as an entertainer. And so I just switched management. My old manager went to work at a new company, a new production company. Some of you guys might know the person she went to work with is Anthony Padilla of Smosh fame. And so it was kind of like the perfect time for us to break up. It was a beautiful mutual breakup, but I did get new management. And so I've been having to revisit a lot of projects, introduce them to like the work I'm doing, prioritize things. And my top priority this week is finishing my fucking book. I know y'all have been hearing me talk about this fucking book. And here's the thing. It is done, but I just keep seeming to comb through it, adding things, changing jokes. Like it's never really done. And it hasn't even gone off for the first round. Well, technically it has gone off for the first round of edits, but it hasn't gone through like the major publisher edit. So if for some reason you've been living under a rock, which you should be because we're in quarantine, my book is coming out this year called Don't Fucking Panic, tentatively titled, just in case for lack of continuity, in case we do change the title. And it is an anxiety, panic, and depression workbook. So it's something that you're actually going to be able to journal in, color in, do exercises, write, and read fun stories. So it's kind of like a regular book plus a teachery, sciencey, learning education book in one, which I thought was going to be way easier than a regular memoir. Turns out it's not. I mean, not that I would know. I've never written a book. I digress. So yeah, deadlines, right? Like it has been officially a year since I signed the contract, and I would have thought I would have had something turned in like in 8 months, just at like the pace at which I usually crank out work. But this feels so precious to me and so personal, and I had no idea I was going to love it so much. Like I love books. My house is filled with books. Like, ooh, just the feel of books just gets me fucking hard. All kinds of books. I don't discriminate. And I wanted mine to be so special. Of course everyone does. No one's like, I'm going to half-ass a book. And I just kept pushing the deadline, asking for more and more time. And finally they were like, they weren't like mean or demanding at all, but they were like, hey, can you please do this by this date? So I'm pushing for Tuesday to turn it in. So the day after the podcast is released. And if not, I still get 7 days of buffer time to turn it in. So I'm trying not to take the buffer time and just finish it. And I was thinking like, that is my own baby, my own project, and how lucky I've been in my life to be my own boss with my own projects where, you know, even when I worked for a corporation like BuzzFeed, I still never was like told what I had to do. I always kind of made my own videos, like picked my own subjects and themes. And I can't imagine what kind of person you have to be. Like, what's your star sign or like your personality type to like working on deadlines the way like a manager does, right? Like a manager is choosing to be at the what's the word I'm looking for? Like at the becking call of tasks for another person's career. Like that just seems like an overwhelming amount of pressure. And like that goes for any kind of manager in any kind of position at any kind of job. So just want to give like a shout out to managers and let you guys know I'm feeling confidently insecure about deadlines right now, just because I'm like, the world feels at a pause. And like, even if I don't finish it in a week, which I will, which I fucking will, like what, nothing's going to happen. Like every industry has slowed down right now. So I'm trying not to even think about the businessy side of it. I'm really just trying to make it beautifully as creative as I possibly can. But boy, oh boy, anything that feels high stakes career-wise right now just feels very hard to manage. It's just a little bit overwhelming. So I am trying to practice a lot of self-care, as maybe that should be the theme of this episode. Variety self-care hour. It's not going to be an hour. It just can't. I'm sorry. Okay. So speaking of deadlines and my book, this sort of segues into, can you guys tell I'm like trying to segue everything into each other? I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm recording by myself. Let's do the fun part of the episode. Hold on. Let me take another sip of coffee. I'm sorry. Okay. So on Instagram at Confidently Pod, we posted that we were doing a giveaway of some merch, a Confidently Insecure, slouchy sweater, and a cute, soft This Is My Sad Day shirt. And we did something a little tricky. We kind of pranked and punked you motherfuckers. We asked you guys to write in something that you've been doing to help others during this time of quarantine. And that would be your entry to be entered to win the merch, which is true. Okay, I'm not pulling the rug. I'm not a fucking Disney villain. I'm not going to totally screw you guys over. But part of it that we didn't want to tell you guys is that I'm going to actually Instagram call some of our confidants and surprise them, and not only give away the merch to two confidants who we feel like have gone above and beyond, but I've got our fantastical, beautiful, hollow, confidently insecure stickers. We just re-upped. They will go out on the gram shortly for, I don't know, purchase. I don't even feel like I should put these up for sale. I feel like I should just send them to you guys. But so we're going to give away stickers. I'm giving away gift cards. I'm giving away the merch. And I'm very nervous because this is a technical part of the segment, but I'm going to try and Instagram video chat some of you. I have no idea if you're going to pick up. None of these people know that I'm calling. And before we get into the really fun segment of this show, I wanted to thank this week's sponsor, which I think is actually so fitting for this time that we are going through. We're all at home. We're all feeling like, oh my gosh, I should be so productive with my time, but I don't feel like really doing too much work because that just feels like a lot of emotional labor. Well, guess what, you guys? I have the perfect fix for you. I want you to explore your new skills, deepen your existing passions, and get lost in creativity with Skillshare. Skillshare is online classes, and what you might find just might surprise you. Skillshare is an online learning community where millions come together to take that next step in their creative journey. Thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people. Hi, confidantes, that's us. That include all sorts of, seriously, like literally any topic: illustration, design, photography, video, freelancing, and more. I'm sure there's millions of classes about podcasting. Skillshare is an online learning community that offers membership with meaning. And I love that you can be a member of this community, that like you can empower yourself to grow with other creators. Like I've taken conversations offline. I've met really cool people through Skillshare that have a lot of the same interests as me. And guess what? Skillshare is also incredibly affordable, especially when you compare it to pricey in-person classes and workshops. And an annual subscription is less than $10 a month. Honey, confidants, less than $10 a month to learn a new freaking skill. Some of these skills, like you would think, take a lifetime to learn, but they make it so that it's super digestible, easily broken down into these short video segments, so it never feels overwhelming. You can take breaks in between. I have actually taken some classes myself on Skillshare. I actually took Skillshare classes before they sponsored the podcast. One that I took recently was with one of my favorite authors of one of my favorite books, Essentialism, which is actually a book that I put in my more reading section in my book that's coming out later this year. And Greg McKeown teaches a class. He's the author of Essentialism, basically how to do more by doing less, the power of saying no. And he himself is teaching these classes on Skillshare. I thought that was so cool and amazing, and such a great way to also learn the gist of his book without reading the entire thing. So don't forget, you can explore your creativity and get 2 free months of premium membership at Skillshare.com/Kelsey. That's 2 whole months of unlimited access to thousands of classes for free. Okay, get started and join today by heading to Skillshare.com/Kelsey. That's 2 free months of unlimited access to thousands of classes at Skillshare.com/Kelsey. Okay, here we go. Let's call our first confidant. Let's see if this works. Okay. I don't know her first name. All I know is let's see if I can get her first name. Allison. Okay. Oh my God, I'm burping because I'm nervous. Okay, we're going to video Allison. Okay, here we go. Oh my God, I'm nervous. It says it's contacting. Oh my God, I'm so scared. Why am I nervous? It says ringing. Okay, let's see if she picks up. I'm scared.
Hello?
Is this Allison?
This is.
Hi, it's Kelsey Darragh from Confidently Insecure Podcast.
Hi, hang on. I'm trying to get my...
Oh my gosh, are you at work right now?
I am.
So listen, I just wanted to surprise you. We're calling to some of our confidants to let them know that we wanted to thank them so much for all the hard work you guys are doing. I'm not going to read your whole story, but you do work in an assisted living facility and you are so badass for all the stuff you are doing right now. And I was wondering if I could send you a Confidently Insecure sticker because we're so grateful for you. And I would love to give you a $150 Amazon gift card so that you could buy whatever you want and hopefully get it during this time of quarantine. And I'm just so grateful to have so many awesome confidants.
Oh my God, Kelsey, that's incredible.
I'm so excited you picked up. You're the first person I called.
Oh my God, stop. That's crazy. Thank you so much. I'm literally speechless right now.
I'm usually speechless and I just edit out all the dead air. So don't be alarmed.
That's amazing.
I just wanted to say thank you again, seriously, what you are doing and how much you are working and just how big your heart is. You are incredible and the world doesn't deserve people like you, but I'm so glad we do have people like you.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Oh
and thank all your coworkers too.
I will pass that on to them. We're all working very hard here.
Oh, good. And if you could just DM me your address and your Venmo or whatever. I haven't really thought this through that far, how I'm going to get you a gift card or your email, whatever. Just give me all of your info, including your social security, the name of your first crush, everything.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, Allison, thank you so much. Stay safe. It was so fun meeting you.
Thank you.
Bye.
It was so nice to meet you too. Bye.
Oh my God, that was so fun. I have the chills. I love you, Allison. She's so sweet. Oh my God. Okay, the first one's always the hardest, right? Okay, so Allison works in an assisted living facility and she just wrote such an amazing entry and I'm going to send her a sticker. This is really fun. Let's keep going. Okay. Who's next? Brenda. Okay, Brenda. Hey, girl. Let's see if she answers. Didn't join. Oh, I think she screened my call. Oh, Brenda. Okay, well, I'm going to obviously still send her a sticker and an Amazon gift card. But Brenda told us about how she is taking on the responsibility of so many siblings and kids, and she's just doing an incredible job. And you can just tell how much she loves her family. And again, the things that you guys are doing for people that I just would never be able to do. My headspace, I guess I'm just so selfish that I'm not thinking so much of other people the way you guys are so amazing. Okay. Thank you, Brenda. Love you. I'll send her a DM. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm really excited about this one. Okay, this person's name is Hope, and Hope is from Scotland, so she couldn't do the merch giveaway, but I'm gonna definitely still send her a sticker if she'll pick up. And her sister and her have just learned how to knit, and they started knitting hats for premature babies born in the local hospital. Each baby receives one, and they rely entirely on donations. And it's a great way to occupy your mind during quarantine, she says, and is a small but sweet gesture to loads of family. And she also said that they've been testing the size of the hats on her cat. And you guys, if you can see visually on the YouTube channel, her cat is wearing a beanie, and I'm just fucking dead. I have no idea what time it is in Scotland, but she did say she was active 15 minutes ago. So let's try. Okay, here we go. Okay, it says it's connecting. Brrr, brrr. That's my iPhone sound. Okay, let's see if she picks up.
Hello.
Is this Hope?
Hi.
Hi, it's Kelsey Darragh from Confidently Insecure Podcast. How are you?
Oh my God. Hi.
I don't know what time it is in Scotland. What time is it?
It's almost 11:30 at night.
Oh, you're still awake.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm trying out this Instagram video feature, and I am surprising some confidantes who entered our giveaway, because we did a little sneaky thing where we told you guys to enter a giveaway, but really we're calling you guys to say thank you for all the wonderful things you are doing. And I just about died and peed my pants when I saw the picture of your cat wearing the knitted beanie that you and your sister are making for hospital patients. And I know you're in Scotland, but I still wanted to show my appreciation. And I was wondering if you would be okay with me sending you a Confidently Insecure sticker. And I would love to send you a $150 gift card for Amazon, so you can buy, I don't know, whatever you want. More knitting stuff? Whatever you want.
Shit, that's amazing. Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
First of all, I love your accent. I am dying at how cute it is. And thank you. Thank you for being so wonderful during this time. Thank you for being
my sister's with me right now. Can she say hi as well?
Oh my gosh, of course.
Yeah.
Hi, sister.
Oh my God.
What's your sister's name?
My sister's name is Adele.
Oh my God, like, never mind, I'll find. Like that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Adele, yeah.
Adele, thank you. I already told your sister, but I'm so grateful for you guys and all the things you are knitting. The picture of your cat just about had me in stitches. Ha! That was not a knitting joke, but that's how good I am. So I would love to send you guys.
Not happy about it.
Oh, well, the picture of him looks like he's like an emo teenager. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Mom. Yeah, but so we just wanted to say thank you guys so much, and we'd love to send you some stickers and that gift card so you guys can do whatever you want with it.
Oh my God, Kelsey, that is amazing and so generous.
Oh my God,
Thank
are
you
you
so
kidding me?
much.
You guys are the generous ones, and the fact that we had so many entries, I mean, like, I've never been so proud to have confidants. Like, all of you guys are so amazing, and I've been saying, like, we don't deserve people like you, but I'm so glad we have people like you, especially in a time like now.
Oh my God, that's so nice.
Okay, well, do me a favor.
Kelsey, your podcast is literally one of the best things I listen to. It's so funny and it's incredibly amazing.
Oh my God, I just got
all the things
rock
you
hard.
teach everyone and mental health is so amazing.
Thank you so much. I mean,
feel you're just life. Life.
You guys, it sounds better even with your accent. Like, I will take the compliment because the accent is so cool. Thank you for answering. Also, go to bed soon and make sure you DM me all your info and your email address so I can send you guys that Amazon gift card, okay?
Oh, incredible. Thank you.
Thank you
so
guys.
much.
Hope and Adele, my Scotland
Have an amazing
confidants.
day.
You
Thank
too. Stay
safe.
safe.
Stay
Jinx.
safe. Stay inside.
Bye. Oh my God. This is so fun. Can we just have a podcast where we do this all the time? Okay. We're nearing the end of the surprises. This next person I am so excited to contact. I know I'm saying that for every single person, but it's because it's true. Also, Scotland. Is that the right accent? Oh God, they're going to stop listening because of that impression. Okay, let's try Catherine. I'm going to keep their name and info kind of private just because their field of work is something I don't want to just talk about unless they choose to. But let's see if Catherine answers. Okay. Is this Catherine?
Yes.
Hi, it's Kelsey Darragh from Confidently Insecure Podcast. How are you?
Oh, I'm really good. How are you?
So good. Listen, girl. So remember how you entered for the merch giveaway? We were tricking you guys because we just wanted to surprise and call some of our confidants and thank them for all of the hard work that you are doing during this time. Your message particularly stuck out to me, and I was wondering if you would be okay with me sending you a Confidently Insecure sticker and a $150 gift card to Amazon to say thank you for all of the hard work you've done. You are such a badass, and I love in your picture that you're wearing Mickey Mouse ears and holding a Mickey Mouse pretzel. Is that Disney in Florida or LA?
Florida. So I actually used to work there.
No way! Oh my God! That's so cool. Can you spill any Disney secrets?
I don't know what I would spill that hasn't already been spilled.
That's true. I feel like I've definitely clicked on a lot of those YouTube videos that is like exposing character work. I'm just like, it's not that crazy. Like, that's why it's so magical, is because they're so strict. I don't know.
Yeah, they're very, very strict.
Well, hey, listen, I just wanted to say again, thank you so much for being such a badass, and the world doesn't deserve you, but I'm so glad we have people like you during this time. And if you don't mind DMing me your address and your email address so I can get that gift card over to you and send you a sticker.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking excited.
I'm fucking excited. I'm literally sweating. This has like been so fun to do. I just want to make a podcast where I'm doing this every week. All right, girl. It was so nice to meet you. Stay safe, stay inside, and we'll talk soon.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Bye, girl.
Bye.
Oh, she's so sweet. Oh, that was so nice. Okay. So now we've come to the merch winners. Okay. So far, we've been giving out stickers. They're very cute, very hollow, with Amazon gift cards. Now we're going to surprise people with the merch. The first person we are going to call, her name is Mallory, and I actually saw, sorry, that's my computer reminding me to do this podcast. I actually saw her message right before we started oh my God, I get it. I'm doing it, calendar. See, I said I didn't do any calendar invites. I did do one for this podcast because that's how much I care about you guys. I did see Mallory's message right before I started shooting, and I was like, oh my God, I have to add her. Let me see if I can pull up her name. Oh, Mallory didn't join. Okay, well, Mallory is a respiratory therapist in the suburbs of Chicago, and they're obviously being hit hard like every other city that has a lot of the big metropole, lots of people. And she's a respiratory therapist, and so like she's intubating their patients, not therapists. I mean, maybe someone's a therapist. I don't know. Controlling their ventilators, yada yada yada. She's also providing a ton of emotional support for these people because, as you know, a lot of them are being separated from their family due to the, I was about to say the contagiousness, but I don't think that's a word. The contingency. That's not it for sure. Yeah. So I like the fact that not only are they putting their lives at risk, but they're also providing that emotional labor. Just like, oh, it makes me very emotional. Okay. Well, Mallory, you get one of the two items of the merch and a gift card, and I am so thankful for you. And then the last, but certainly not least person we are going to call is a woman named Alexia. Alexia is a pharmacist. Now, again, another one that kind of touches close to home because every time I've had to go refill my prescriptions as this virus has gotten worse and worse, I'm always there to make sure that I am giving my deepest heartfelt thanks to my pharmacists who each week I would see, put more of a protection on them. Like the next week they would have a mask, then the gloves, and then the hand sanitizer was out. And they do so much for us. And I feel like it is a section of health care working that gets overlooked sometimes. So let's give Alexia a call. She was active 22 minutes ago. So maybe.
Okay, the audio is different because this is like an hour later, but I think I got Alexia on Instagram video, so I'm going to call her real fast. Let's see if she answers. Whoa, that's trippy. Let's see if she answers. Hello. Alexia?
How are you?
Good. It's so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I can't believe it's actually you.
Oh my God. Yes, it's me. I did my makeup, but I didn't do my hair. Sorry for the bum-ass appearance.
You look good. I look like ass right now.
Oh, please. You look gorge. And your skin is glowing. Whatever you're doing in quarantine, send me some. So listen, we kind of tricked you guys. We told you we wanted you to enter a merch giveaway, but really we wanted to call all of our confidants that have been doing amazing things and thank them so much for being the badass power women that they are. And I would love to, if you're cool with it, send you a Confidently Insecure sticker. And
I would love that.
oh, good. And guess what? You actually did win the merch. So you get to pick between a sweatshirt or the t-shirt. You don't have to choose now. You can think about it. You can DM me. And then I would also love to send you a $150 gift card to Amazon so that you can buy yourself something, whatever you want during this time in quarantine. And just again, to say thank you for everything you are doing. You are awesome.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Like, I'm very shocked.
Oh, yay. That's what I was going for.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. If you don't mind DMing me your address and then sending me your email so I can send you all the goodies. I hope that you know how much we appreciate people like you. And I've been saying the world does not deserve people like you, but I am so grateful that we have people like you, and especially during this time. I just wanted to say thank you. Okay, bye girl. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, thing works anyways. But that was so fun, you guys. Isn't that so fun? I again wanted to thank everybody for who did enter, and I'm going to get right back to as many of you as I possibly can. The overwhelming amount of people that wrote in to tell us the various different things that they're doing, all the way from like fostering to donating to sewing masks. It's been like really, really uplifting, and I'm so proud to have an audience that is you guys. You guys are amazing. Oh God, my anxiety burps. Brian. Oh, Brian, I was gonna ask you to pick a number between 1 and 200. Ooh, thank you, Brian. He said 175. So then we are going to go to page 175 of my book and read what we have. Oh, okay. I like this chapter. Okay. We are now going to do a live variety show reading of a couple pages in my book called Don't Fucking Panic, and this is in the depression section, and this chapter is called You Probably Need a Shower. We don't like to talk about the lack of hygiene some of us go through when struggling with depression because it's such a personal topic. But as this is the book with no filter, baby, I'm here to tell you, I've seen it first how your pitties and undercarriage can stank during the hormonal chemical shakeup of a depressive episode. If you're going through it right now, remember that you are battling a mental illness. You are in the battlefield, baby. Things are going to get messy, muddy, rolling around in the grass and dirt. You are a soldier waging a battle today. And even on the battlefield, the soldiers were given a shower every now and then or would wash off when possible. You deserve cleanliness. So take this time and go ahead and go take a shower or bath. This book will be waiting for you, ready when you come back. But before you go, consider this. I made over my shower during the pandemic of 2020. Whoa, this is very relevant because I talked about this earlier. Hi, Corona COVID-19, you suck. Because I found myself working from home, falling slowly but surely into a small little depression moment and not showering. So instead of doing work, like finishing this workbook, teehee, the best use of my time would be giving my baño a little DIY makeover. First, I bought a waterproof suction cup Bluetooth speaker for $9 on Amazon that automatically connects to your phone when you turn it on for a seamless transition from when I crawl from the bed into the bathroom. Next, I brought my eucalyptus essential oils into the shower, and just 2 drops are enough to fill the entire shower with a spa-like smell that'll melt any tough bitch into a watery rainforest dewdrop. The bottle now lives on my shower window shelf, and if you don't have essential oils, you can use an orange to create a beautiful smell. Bring that bright boy right into the shower and peel it in the shower. Just let the peel fall to the drain. All that acidic oil will create a really fun scent that just feels clean, right? Aren't all cleaning products scented like acidic fruits after all? Jesus Christ. Really feeling my Martha Stewart self at this point, I made a mini rainforest in my shower, and boy, did it change the game. You can do it too. You'll need a small curtain rod, small shower plants, recommended succulents, eternity plants, orchids, snake plant, bamboo, and my favorite, motherfucking ferns. Ferns just drip down the shower tiles in a way that makes it almost sexual. Ugh, I love ferns, highly recommended. And macrame or hanging pot plants. You can find a ton of macrame patterns online for free and make it home. Yay, we love a DIY moment. Then there's a picture of my shower with the little plants that you can see and the names of my plants. These plants require very minimal maintenance, and whenever I'm in the shower, I give them a spritz with the shower head, which is plenty to keep them alive. And yes, I eventually named them all and gave them all personalities. There's something about doing the minimum effort to keep something alive when I can barely take care of myself that feels like a fulfilling task while also getting clean in the shower. A 2-for-1. In those super stinky depray moments, I try to imagine the shower cleansing me of those negative feelings and thoughts. It might sound silly now, but just visualizing those thoughts going down the drain can be powerful imagery for your brain. And remember how powerful and influential your thoughts can be. And then it says, like, you can turn to page XX for your brain, trusting your words, blah, blah, blah. See, it like points to itself all around the workbook. It's like, oh, you can open any page and it will be an exercise. You don't have to read it in order, which is what I kind of like love about this, because it's like, then it feels like a task, like, oh, you have to finish this book, versus like, oh, when I'm feeling this, I just need to open something and do an exercise. Okay, so I say, go get in that shower, you cute little stinky garlic onion. I'll wait. And then there's a little place for you to fill out to tell me how the shower felt different than others. Okay, that was it. That was a live reading. My confidantes are the first to hear it here. This episode, wow, what a variety. That was really fun to talk to some of the confidantes, to just check in with you guys, let you know how I'm feeling, where my headspace is at, for allowing me to not have a guest this week. This was just a hostful episode. It's just full of a host. Hey, send us an email if you need to, okay? confidentlyinsecurepodcast@gmail.com. You can always drop us a line at confidentlypod on Twitter and Instagram. And I'm going to make a promise to myself that next week's episode is going to be done early. And if it's not, I'm not going to make myself feel bad about it, okay? Okay. Don't forget to practice that self-love, confidence. I love you. Stay inside. Stay the fuck home. Unless you can't, then I understand. I love you. Stay safe.